A very good afternoon to all of you. I'm Saloni Sancheti, your host for today's webinar. I'd like to welcome you all to this session. I'd also like to welcome our guest speaker, Mr. Ashish Yadav. Thank you so much, sir, for accepting our invitation and joining us today here to enlighten the budding lawyers and young minds connected with us. Professor Ashish Yadav is presently the head of department at Vikrant Institute of Law, Gwalior. He's completed his graduation BA LLB and is postgraduate in LLM in criminal law from a very esteemed school of law, Jivaji University, Gwalior. He has a number of research papers accredited to his name, which are internationally and nationally published in journals. Once again, I welcome you, sir. I'd also
Thank you so
request
much.
Thank you, sir. I'll also request all our participants to keep their camera and mic off during the webinar. In case you have any queries, you can raise your hand or put the query in the chat section, which will be answered later during the Q&A session. Thank you. Over to you, sir.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you so much to the team, Vidhi Parivartan, that you have given me this wonderful opportunity to interact with such a ignited mind of the country. And this is really wonderful opportunity to me as well, where I can explore myself in terms of law. Dear students, I welcome you all on behalf of Vidhi Parivartan and on behalf of my institutions as well. The topic which we have chosen, that is constitution and new challenges. I think, please don't mind the things. Can we interact with each other? I don't want to make this webinar very humdrum. If you have any kind of question in between while we are discussing upon, you can ask me question at that particular moment as well. You should not wait till the last time. Okay. Okay. So if we start talking about the Constitution of India, we all are very much aware that the Constitution of India is the supreme document of India. We all are aware with the facts as well that the Constitution of India provides us the fundamental rights, it gives the fundamental duties. There are so many directive principles of states which empower us in terms of being and get best of resources. That is all about Constitution of India. As this topic is all about constitution and new challenges, I would like to talk about the new challenges of Indian constitution which we are facing right now. And if I start quoting the law, which is like law is the instrument by which we establish the administration of justice. And this is the first thing which I want to quote over here. And what is that? That is, law is the instrument by which we establish the administration of justice. Basically हमें ये समझना होता है कि law जो surrounding हमारे लिए बनाई गई है, what is the importance of that particular law? What is the importance of constitution that we are availing for? जो constitution है, basically इस constitution के through हम लोग अपने आप को empower करते हैं. The Constitution of India provides us so many opportunities in terms of jobs, in terms of speaking something. We got the freedom of religion, we got the freedom of expression and beliefs, and there are so many other freedoms as well. Every word which is written in the preamble of Constitution is privy of challenge in present era. Why I'm saying this, why I'm quoting this, that every word which is written in Constitution, in preamble, is the privy of challenge right now. Because we are seeing the word "we the people of India." This is the first word which is written in the Constitution of India. Which is written in the preamble of Constitution, and which is known as "we the people of India." What is the meaning of "we the people of India"? It signifies that the people of India are the real source of authority in the country. It means हम जितने भी लोग हैं देश के अंदर, we are the real authority. And what is happening in present time, what we are seeing, not in present time, over the years, what we have seen, that students, you need to understand one thing, that जितने भी लोग अभी तक होते आए हैं, जितने भी politicians होते आए हैं, they have tried to demolish the values of the citizen of this particular country. अगर मैं political aspect के through बात करूँ, you will see that the politicians come to us and they back for vote and later on they rule to us. That is very paradox situation for the country. We need to understand कि जब politicians अपने आप को ज़्यादा powerful समझने लगते हैं and the citizens of country अपने आप को demoralize समझने लगते हैं, in that situation we need to change some aspect of constitution. We need to understand that we the people of India are the real sovereign, real authority of this nation. So this is the first thing which I would say that is the real challenge of Indian Constitution, that we the people of India should be in the power where we can discuss upon, where we can say something, where we can explore ourselves, and that is all about. If we talk about constitution of Norway, Sweden, and Iceland, you will see that there are democracy as well. In democracies के अंदर people are the real uh, like authority. They are putting their opinion. They are trying to change things according to themselves. But in our country, we have very large population, and just because of that, I think we are not in the position where we can change the scenario according to the situation. We have to wait for a longer time. If I give the example of LGBT community, you have to understand one thing very clearly. कि LGBT community को एक बहुत लंबे समय तक वेट करना पड़ा for getting their rights. Before that, उनको बहुत तरीके से suppress किया गया. They were a neglected child of the country. I must say that they were the neglected child of the country. But later on, just because of the constitution, that this is the specialty of constitution as well. Because of the constitution, because of the judicial system of the country, they got the recognition, they got their rights as well. So this is the first thing which I talked about. और जैसा कि मैं पहले बोल चुका हूँ, प्लीज आपको अगर कोई भी क्वेश्चन आते हैं तो प्लीज लेट मी नो, वी कैन डिस्कस अपॉन दैट. आप लास्ट टाइम वेट मत कीजिएगा. कई बार व्हाइल आई वाज स्टूडेंट, मैं लास्ट टाइम वेट करता था और मैं क्वेश्चन ही भूल जाता था. तो आई वुड आस्क यू कि अगर आपको कोई क्वेश्चन है तो यू कैन आस्क दैट. नेक्स्ट, if we specifically talk about the Constitution of India, we will find that there is reservation policy in the Constitution. Dear students, Constitution के अंदर जो reservation policy दी गई है, that was very good. But now what we are seeing that the uses of reservation is not going in a very proper manner. What we are seeing that in 103rd amendment, in the 103rd Constitution Amendment, Parliament ने एक और reservation policy established की, that was for economically weaker section. I'm not against that particular policy, but what I suggest that we need to review the reservation policy, because in the case of Indira Sahni versus Union of India, it was stated by the Supreme Court of India that there should not be more than 50% reservation in the country. And while you are seeing in the state of Tamil Nadu in present time, you will see that the reservation is going more than 60%, 70%, and that has happened recent time. So that was the question of challenge in Supreme Court of India. Presently, Supreme Court of India is trying to demolish that particular question of law which has been arised in that particular case recently. Apart from that, we need to understand that the reservation policies which I'm talking about are now very, very fanatic for all of us. They are trying to, like our country is known for Akhandita mein Ekta. We are known for that. And what presently we are seeing that our country is not giving 100%. Like our citizens is not up to the mark. They are not giving their 100% to make the fraternity in the country. They are not giving very much good contribution in the country. And I'm not just quoting roughly on that. It is given in the census that citizen of India, on the basis of reservation, they are trying to get more benefits. So what I suggest specifically in terms of reservation, that there should be creamy layer, like in the OBC category. There is two categories. One is creamy layer category, and another category is non-creamy layer category. So, जो creamy layer category है, they are not getting the benefits of reservation at all. On the contrary, जो non-creamy layer categories हैं, they are getting the benefits of a reservation. It should be imposed on the whole system of reservation. A person who is already well settled and getting very good opportunities in the real life, he should not be benefited with the opportunity of reservation. Specifically, now we have add on one more reservation that is known as the economically weaker section. That is for economically weaker second, and I strongly believe this specific reservation is also the need of our. But what I suggest to the constitution experts, that they should review the constitution's reservation policy in present era as well. I strongly believe in that. apart from those two aspects which we have discussed upon, I think the data protection and data protection and right to privacy is also a very important aspect to discuss upon. Data protection policy is very crucial at the present time. As per the BBC report given by the BBC, in every 79 seconds, the privacy of a human being through any channel is being demolished. And like I must say that infringe कर रही है right to privacy जो है in every 79 seconds, and that data has been given by BBC. So you need to understand that we are living in the world where there isn't any right of privacy. In the Constitution of India, Article 21 states that we all have right to privacy. Just give me a second. I think I got a question from somewhere. So we talk about the changes regarding the Constitution. So what is the solution for this? Anubhav, just give me a second. I cannot read your phone. Okay. Constitution. So what is the solution for this, or how we can correct it? For instance, new GS. And now this is really wonderful question to be asked. And if you're talking about the political system and challenges in the Constitution, we need to understand that the political environment in our country is need to change somewhere. What we are facing a political drama in our country. Like, let me give you a very practical example in terms of that. अभी बंगाल में हम सब लोग देख रहे हैं इलेक्शंस चल रहे हैं, and we are seeing the one very dangerous virus in our country, and that is coronavirus. Do you strongly believe that it should be the election should be imposed at that particular moment in the country where we are seeing that the death rate is increasing in this second strain of coronavirus? So in terms of correction of political environment and its challenges, if you are talking about the challenges, we need to understand the constitution makers, when they were making this constitution, they were very clear about the political system. They tried their best to impose the best political system in the world, but later on, due to malafide intention of some politicians, due to malafide intention or due to illiteracy later of our citizens, that problem is increasing day by day. Now, if I talk about the literacy rate of the country, you will see that there are only 74.6%. That is according to census of India. There are only 74.6% people are literate in the country. It means 1/4% of the country is still illiterate. It means it is a very huge number. We need to understand one thing कि जब तक हम लोग अपने आप को educate नहीं करेंगे, it's not about educating yourself in terms of getting degree only. We need to educate ourselves in terms of financial knowledge. We need to develop ourselves. We need to literate ourselves in terms of political system as well. We need to understand that what our political system is all about. We need to understand that how many fundamental rights is being given by the Constitution of India to all the citizens. So there are plenty of things, there are ample of things which we can absorb in this particular time. But the thing is, just give me a second. So what I'm saying कि जो importance है political system की, that is very important. Amendment political system के अंदर किया जाना, it's not very easy because the constitution is very rigid. Political system has given us a basic structure. A basic structure की वजह से it's not very easy that we can change the political system or any system of the constitution. So I can come back on that particular topic. I think अगर आपको कोई और doubt हो तो you can ask that particular question again. I was talking about data protection and right to privacy. In right to privacy, there are plenty of things. I have given you data that in every 79 seconds we are getting influenced by the hackers. It means we are not protected by the constitution. On the contrary, Constitution of India provides that we are okay. Okay. As we were talking about the sorry, there are link. I'm so sorry, Anubhav. Actually, we were talking about the Constitution of India and right to privacy. In present time, the Constitution of India provides us Article 21, which states कि हम सब लोग protected हैं by the state, by the law. But as I have given you a data of census, and according to that, we are getting influenced by the hackers. And in every 79 seconds, it is very real mean time. Means कितने कम समय में हम सब लोगों में से किसी न किसी की privacy leak हो रही है. So how we are protected by the Constitution of India? We need to understand and we need to understand the circumstances as well. कि Constitution को अपने कुछ changes करने जरूरी है, जिसमें से right to privacy is one of the major aspect. क्योंकि प्राइवेसी के अंदर बहुत सारी ऐसी चीजें भी आती है जो कि इन्फ्लुएंस कर रही है प्रेजेंटली बहुत सारे राइट्स को. ओके, so that was about the right to privacy. Now if we talk about the right to equality, what we are seeing in the country that there are equal opportunities to all of us, but if I start talking about equality, that government of India is now doing privatization. I'm not against the privatization and I'm not saying against of it, but I want to state, I want to draw your attention on a very important aspect, that according to Constitution of India, in Article 16, we are equally, we have good enough or ample, I would say, that opportunity to use the resources of the country. We have equal opportunity to go into the jobs. But what about when we don't have jobs at all? What we are seeing in present time, कि country में जितने भी government organizations हैं, उनमें से ज़्यादा से government organizations को privatize किया जा रहा है. You need to understand the picture behind it. If we go back with the privatization, if we deal with the privatization, if we give the all authorities to the private sector, how we can fight in the how we can fight in terms of equal resources? There would not be equal resources because those persons who have those private organizations, they will enjoy the fruits of that particular organization which is established by the government earlier. So we have to be very conscious about giving our verdict in terms of privatization. And I strongly believe the equality means when we will be equal, when we get the equal opportunity to have equal resources. Now let me give you an example. Suppose बहुत सारे पोर्ट्स हैं इंडिया के, बहुत सारी कंपनीज हैं जिनको प्राइवेटाइज किया जा रहा है. So let me give me anyone of you can talk to me about that. Are we in the position where we can purchase those private industries or government industries on our name? No, we are not in the position where we can purchase those industries on our name. Who will purchase? There would be some like people in the country who will purchase those government organization, and they will rule those government organizations in their manner. So that would be very drastic. You need to understand that particular thing. That situation would be very drastic. अगर हम अपने सारे government organization को या ज़्यादातर government organizations को अगर हम privatize कर देंगे, so you need to understand one thing very clearly. Once again, I'm quoting this thing very like please mind this thing. अगर हम अपनी सारी चीजें प्राइवेटाइज करेंगे, you need to understand कि हम और आप उस चीज को खरीदने की पोजीशन में नहीं है. So those who are purchasing that will be the kingmaker, will be the rule breaker, or I can say that they will rule the country now. हमारी आपकी जो importance है that will decrease, and that would be against the soul of Constitution, because the Constitution provides the equal opportunity to all of us. Where I would not be able to purchase any company which is provided by the government, how it can be concluded as the equal opportunity for me? It cannot be the equal opportunity. So that was I'm saying about the equality of equal opportunity of resources. Now, if we move on to the fraternity, I strongly believe that in the preamble of Constitution, it is mentioned that fraternity is very important aspect, And I want to read that what is the importance of fraternity and what is the meaning of fraternity. The term fraternity means a feeling of brotherhood and an emotional attachment with the country and all people. Okay, that is the exact meaning of fraternity given under Constitution's framework. Now, we need to understand that what is happening in present era. Are we the real fraternal person? क्या हम लोग आज उस तरीके से रह रहे हैं जो एक कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन की सोल की डिमांड है? No, we are not living in that sense. We are fighting on the basis of religion. We are fighting on the basis of caste. We are fighting on the basis of economic background, backward weakness, and so many other things as well. So there are plenty of things. There are plenty of, like, I would say, discrimination, or I would say that there are ample of misconception in our country that we are living in a fraternal country. I'm sorry. We need to identify that Constitution is in present time need to change the definition of fraternity, or Constitution need to maintain the soul of Constitution, which was about the fraternity. अगर कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन का जो सोल था, कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन जो मेकर्स थे, their sense regarding fraternity was very clear and very biased. But in present time, we are fighting for every single thing. I don't think so कि आज हमारे देश के अंदर fraternity जो डिस्कशन किया जाता है, which is really the soul of constitution, आज हमारे constitution के अंदर वो चीज है. So what we need to understand, we need to try to change those aspects. Just because of that, the fraternity is going outside the country. This is very important point which I want to raise over here. Apart from fraternity and those other topics which I was talking about, there are some other things as well, जो कि हमेशा से constitution के लिए challenges रहे. It's not new challenge, but the constitution के लिए हमेशा से challenges रहे हैं. That is like poverty. As per the recent census, as per the recent report given by the Indian government, we have 28.05% below poverty line, and this is the highest and peak of below poverty line people. What we are doing, we are just trying to get those things in our life, which is, I will say that might be very useful or might not be very useful, but we all are equally protected by the Constitution of India. We all are equally protected. But there are 28.05% people in the country who are not getting their butter and bread. I'm talking about they are living their life below means, like they don't have butter and bread to eat. And this is really very big challenge for the Constitution of India in present time as well. Constitution of India need to make some good policies, although there are some good policies as well, but the implementation of those policies need to be very adequate. I must say that इतना बड़ा section of citizen आज भी below poverty line है, and that is really very much shameful for the country. Apart from that, if I talk about the gender discrimination, yes, there are gender discrimination as well in present time. हम लोग बहुत modernize होके ये चीजों को बोलते हैं. Please don't mind my words right now. हम बहुत ज़्यादा चीजों को बोलते हैं that we got so many opportunities and there isn't any discrimination in the country, and I don't believe in that. It's my personal opinion. I'm saying that I don't believe in that. Why I'm saying that? Because as per the reports of Punjab and Haryana, there are still a huge difference between girls and boys ratio. How can we say that? It's not about the state of Punjab and Haryana. There are some other states as well, like Rajasthan, Madhya Pradesh, Uttar Pradesh, we have a very big difference in between girls and boys ratio. So the gender discrimination is also availing in the country right now. We are living in 21st century. You need to understand one thing very clearly. हम लोग 21st century में रह रहे हैं, और उसके बाद भी हम लोग बात करते हैं बेटी पढ़ाओ और बेटी बचाओ. It means we are very far away by the soul of Constitution. Constitution of India 1950 में जो Constitution था हमारा, जो applicable हो गया था, उसके बाद से आज तक we are fighting for that, to demolish the discrimination between the men and women, and this is really very shame for the country. इतने सालों के बाद भी We are fighting and we are talking like that, Beti Padhao, Beti Bachao, and there are some, so many other slogans as well. So it makes that the constitution, there are so many other challenges as well for the constitution. One of them is known as gender discrimination. There are some other aspects as well, by difference. There are some other aspects as well, like casteism is there, communalism is there, religious freedom is there. I don't want to dig that all, because I must say that you all are very much aware with the situation, what is going on. I got questions, so I should stop that. I don't think so. I'm sorry for the interruption. I think I got the question. Okay, so I was talking about the casteism, communalism, and religious freedom in our country. We are living in the country where we believe सर्वधर्म समभाव हम बोलते चले आ रहे हैं और हमेशा हम इस चीज को रिस्पेक्ट करते हैं. But is there in our constitution? Yes, it is there. But is that in our real life? No, I don't think so. It is there. So the Constitution of India was made to give the best to the citizen of India, but the citizen of India are not getting best out of it. What we are doing, we are trying to mold the Constitution and their provisions according to the benefit of humankind, not humankind, a benefit of individual. हम सब लोग कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन के जो फंडामेंटल राइट्स हैं, या मैं बात करूं राइट ऑफ स्टेट्स है, या और जितने भी प्रोविजंस इसके अंदर दिए गए हैं, हम उन सभी प्रोविजंस को एज पर आज कन्वीनियंस हम उनको चेंज करते रहते हैं, हम उनको ट्विस्ट करते हैं, हम उनको मोल्ड करते हैं, which is really very bad. But we need to understand that the constitution is facing this challenge as well. कि जो कम्युनिज्म है, जो कास्टिज्म है, जो फ्रीडम, रिलीजन ऑफ फ्रीडम की बात हम करते हैं, और ये सारी चीजें हमारे देश में 21st सेंचुरी के अंदर हो रही है. I want to draw your attention on one quote given by the Barack Obama when he visited to the country. He stated that कि अगर हमारे देश के अंदर ये कास्टिज्म और जो कम्युनल चीजें हैं, अगर ये कम हो जाए तो we will be the best country in the world, and that was stated by the Barack Obama. So we need to understand that he was very responsible president of United States of America, and if he's quoting that kind of statement in terms of our country, so we are somewhere like not giving our best in terms of fraternity, or in terms to removing communism or casteism or religious freedom. I'm not against of anything. I'm not favoring anything. But what I want to say, what we are seeing in present time, that there are two sections in the country, where one section is fighting for the religious freedom, like we want this kind of religious freedom in our country. Someone is saying I want this kind of religious freedom in the country, and we are fighting for that. And I think these kind of things are not involved in the Constitution of India. What constitution maker has decided कि जो कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन होगा उसके अंदर जो सोवरेनिटी की बात की गई है, उसके अंदर जो इंटीग्रिटी की बात की गई है, उसके अंदर जो सोशलिस्ट की बात की गई है, जो सेकुलरिज्म की बात की गई है, वो रियल सेंस में लोगों के पास पहुंचनी चाहिए. बट आवर पॉलिटिशियंस, आवर अदर leaders are not giving that particular aspect to the country. On the contrary, they are molding whole country, they are directing the whole country in a very very fanatic manner, I must say. कि अब सिचुएशन ऐसी आ चुकी है, इट्स नॉट अबाउट दैट पर्टिकुलर टाइम. हमारे कंट्री में सिचुएशन ऐसी रही है हमेशा, जहाँ पर लोग हमेशा धन के लिए, लड़ने के लिए, मरने के लिए और कई चीजों के लिए तैयार रहे हैं. It should not be done in a very prospective and developing country. If we want to develop ourselves, if we want to show that the Constitution of India is the biggest constitution, best constitution in the world, we have to abide that as well. So that was about the casteism and other things as well. Now I want to talk about corruption. That is not a new challenge in the country. That is not a new challenge in the country. Okay, I'll wait for the question. So, okay. As a source of Indian Constitution, the people of India, where is the democratic status of India is falling year by year? What is the reason behind that? How it can be resolved? Okay, that is a good question asked by the Kavya. Kavya, we need to understand the Constitution of India is the real source for the humankind in India. It is not about the getting freedom only. It is not about getting fundamental duties, right to principle and all. It is a very pious document. If we follow and abide that document very specifically, we will be able to make us strong, make ourselves very strong. Yes, I agree that the democratic status of India is falling year by year. I can give so many examples to you that once Atal Bihari Vajpayee was the election candidate और उनकी जो पार्टी थी that was BJP, वो एक सीट की वजह से हार गई थी, and because of that he was not capable at that moment कि वो सरकार बना सके, और उन्होंने वहां पर अपनी सरकार नहीं बनाई just because उनको एक कैंडिडेट कम था. But what we are seeing in present time, the government of India, I'm not talking about government of India, sorry. I talk about some specific parties because it is demolishing of a democratic system. 7 ऐसे state हैं, आप लोग research कर सकते हैं. You all are law students, so go through your research. 7 ऐसे state थे जहाँ पर एक अलग पार्टी ने अपनी गवर्नमेंट बनाई और उस गवर्नमेंट को by who किसी भी तरीके से डिमोलिश करके किसी और पार्टी ने अपनी गवर्नमेंट वहां पर बनाई. So what it shows कि जहां पर रियल सोवरेनिटी की हम बात करते हैं, we the people of India, I must say that we are the real sovereign. जहां हम रियल सोवरेनिटी की बात करते हैं, वहां पर वो सोवरेनिटी खत्म हो गई है. अगर यहाँ पर पॉलिटिकल सिस्टम ने अगर किसी एक पार्टी को जिता के आगे बढ़ाया है, तो कोई भी पॉलिटिकल पार्टी या कोई भी सराउंडिंग्स पॉलिटिकल पार्टी की किसी भी तरीके से उस जो इंपॉर्टेंस उस पार्टी को दी गई है जिसे हमने जिताया, उसको खत्म करके अपनी पार्टी नहीं ला सकते हैं. That is against the democratic system of India. That is against the democratic system of India, and we need to understand this is the real challenge of constitution. What we are seeing in present time. What are the reasons behind and how it can be resolved? Now, if we talk about the resolution, that how we can resolve such kind of problem, we have to very much aware. This is the first thing that, as I talked about that illiteracy rate. We have to be literate, not only literate, we should be very much educated in terms of understanding the correspondence going on between the people of India and between the government of India. Because what is happening in present time, government of India किसी भी तरीके से लोगों को रूल करने की कोशिश करती है. On the contrary, they are not ruler, they are servant. They are servant of people. They have to survive. They have to serve us. That is their duty. But हम लोग क्या कर रहे हैं? We are just because we are not aware our political right, just because we are not aware about our fundamental rights, and just because of our neglected habits, हम लोग बहुत सारी चीजों को neglect करते जा रहे हैं, and the country is getting in worse situation. So, in terms of solution, resolve the situation, we have to very educated. We have to speak about those topics which is going against the constitution. It is very indispensable to understand. अगर हम law student इसके बारे में बात नहीं करेंगे, believe me, there isn't any other people who will talk about that, because we are the most eligible person who can understand and talk about the legality of the constitution, who can talk about the importance and the soul of constitution which should be applied in the whole country. So I think this is the first thing, we should be educated. Second, we need to make some we have to make some changes in the constitution. Through that, those political party cannot change the political environment just because of their influence. They can change the environment by their campaigning, by their agendas. That should be there, but what we are seeing that the political party is giving so many things to come into the rule, to come into the power, and I think for that constitution there should be a very strong changes in constitution. When it will be happen, believe me, ये possibility होगी कि जो constitution के अंदर parties हैं, जिस तरीके से constitution structure हमारा चलता है, वो फिर सिक्योर हो सके. So I hope कि I think I'm getting only 2 points right now. If I get more points, definitely I'll come back to you, Bhavya. अगर आपको कुछ और पूछना है, so you can ask that. Moreover, I was talking about the corruption. We all are aware about the country. I don't want to quote anything. I don't want to state anything over here. We all know that our surroundings are full of corruption, and there are so many kinds of corruption in the country. The corruption is not new challenge. It is the challenge since our constitution applies on us. And okay, I got one more question, and Anwar will ask this question. Anwar, just give me a second. I cannot see the whole question of yours. Okay, it's in the constitution of India is really biased towards upper class, and in the case Anwar, this is the second question, and believe me, this is really good question. And we are talking about that the constitution is India is oppressed, is biased towards the oppressed class. I don't believe it, because if I talk about the constitution of India and the reservation policy, let me tell you something. जब हमारा constitution बना, तो constitution के अंदर constitution makers थे, they were discussing about that reservation policy. Everyone was denying that there should not be any kind of reservation in the country. It would be biased. It would be like that. The reservation policy was getting at that particular time only for 10 years, and that was क्योंकि जितने भी weaker section थे हमारी society के, उनको main stream में लाने के लिए हमने उस reservation policy को अपनी constitution of India के अंदर डाला गया. But as I was talking about, the political system of India is not justifying that. What Indian politicians have done till date, they increase that rate again and again, and they make some more reservations now. While we need to understand one thing very specifically, the reservation at that particular moment was the need of ours. When the constitution was given to us, that was a need of ours, that we need to understand that the reservation was very important for those weaker sections who was not in the mainstream. उनको mainstream में लाने के लिए हमें constitution of India के अंदर ये reservation रखा गया. And believe me, there were Mahatma Gandhi, there were so many other political influencers, but who were very mature and who were very politically sound. They have understood the situation, and they have conceived it that okay, we need to have this reservation policy in the constitution, and just because of that we had that policy. But what is happening in present time, the political environment, why I'm blaming the political environment, because it is just because of political environment. Political environment की वजह से हमारी कंट्री में वो पॉलिसी जो 10 years के लिए इम्प्लीमेंट की गई थी वो कंटिन्यू बढ़ती चली गई. But what I believe, there is a suggestion from my side, what we can do, we can distribute oppressed classes with the creamy layer and non-creamy layer. Like in OBC, you will find out that there is two classes. One is the non-creamy layer and one is creamy layer. Those who are in creamy layer, they are not getting the benefits of reservation in any kind of reservation. On non-creamy layer, people are getting reservation benefits in OBC section specifically. I would suggest to the government of India and to the policy maker that they can have that kind of system in every section. In every section, they can provide non-creamy layer and creamy layer, because there are so many people who have enjoyed this right in a very prospective manner, and they are now enjoying their life, and they are getting very much benefits out of it. So it should not be there. Now they are in, I would say, now they are in mainstream. There are so many weaker sections. There are economically weaker section in the country as well who need reservation. Definitely they need reservation, but it should be biased and with a fair, on reasonable grounds as well. Okay, Anwar, I think you have got that thing. If you have any other question, you can ask that. So, I was talking about corruption in India. We are seeing that the constitution is always try to remove the corruption from the India in terms of so many things. Constitution of India has given us so many right to speak. Right to speak is directly related. What I believe, right to speak is directly proportionate with corruption. Whistleblower was there. There are so many other things as well, where you can directly file the case against the corrupt people. There is public PIL as well, where you can find where you can file a PIL in Supreme Court in High Court directly in terms of corruption. If you find that there is corruption is going on in the city in the public domain, you can do you can come forward and you can change that thing. So what I believe that if corruption is there, yes, it is a challenge for the constitution, because this country cannot be empowered country until we have corruption in the country. What we are seeing, I'm saying it in just a funny manner, कि आपको हमारे यहाँ मतलब politician भी खरीदे और बेचे जा रहे हैं. I'm not saying it on a record, but I'm saying it just in a funny manner only. So corruption is everywhere, and we need to understand that how we can demolish this thing from the constitution, from the country. Because if we want to change, this thing, that would cost us very high. That would cost us very high. Okay, so that was my point about corruption. If I talk about now, I will talk about the criminalization of politicians. Okay, you in present era, being a law student, can find out one thing. On my suggestion, do one thing: that how many of the politicians in India got the sentence and they got the real punishment what they deserve. There are so many cases filing against the politician in India. The criminalization of politics is now on a speed. You need to understand why I'm saying that, because on the record there are so many politicians who are giving hate speech. They are giving so many absurd things on the record, and that would consider as like the criminalization of politics. Why I'm saying that? Because जो पॉलिटिक्स हमारी हो रही है आज, आप देखेंगे ऑन द रिकॉर्ड लोग माइक पे आकर बहुत सारी ऐसी चीजें बोल जाते हैं, पॉलिटिशियंस स्पेसिफिकली, which is against the women, which is against the integrity of women, which is against the integrity of country, which is against the integrity of a human being. So it is happening in the country right now, and this is really very serious issue which we have to focus on that. Like if the constitution provides such kind of freedom to the politician who can speak anything on the name of freedom of speech, it would be very drastic situation for the country where we cannot be survived. Okay, so that was about criminalization of politics as well. Now, the last thing which I think today I have to discuss upon, that is the freedom of press. That is very serious thing today what we are facing. That is freedom of press. In Ramesh Thapar versus state of Maharashtra, it was stated that the freedom of press includes the right of propaganda and circulate one's views. In that very important case, which is related to freedom of press, it was stated कि अब आप किसी भी तरीके के प्रोपेगेंडा और व्यू, किसी के भी व्यूज को पब्लिकली दिखा सकते हैं, किसी को भी लिख सकते हैं और किसी को भी दिखा सकते हैं. You need to understand the very serious impact of this particular judgment given by the Honorable Supreme Court. I'm not criticizing that, but I'm giving my opinion in terms of that. अगर जितने भी politicians हैं, जितने भी लोग हैं इस कंट्री के अंदर, अगर वो किसी भी तरीके का प्रोपेगेंडा चलाने की फ्रीडम रखते हैं, वो किसी भी तरीके के व्यूज रखने की फ्रीडम रखते हैं, so you need to understand this country is going to be very drastic country. There must be some prohibition on the name of press freedom, and it is very important, and it is the need of our as well, because what we are seeing in today's debate which is going on in televisions, people are fighting. They are not debating with each other, they are fighting with each other, and there is a huge difference between the debate and fighting. So we need to understand if the constitution is providing us the freedom of press, we should take it in a very positive manner, should not take it in a negative manner. Okay, another question. Shivam is there, so just absence of legal of the parliamentary privileges is impacting political system. Okay, Shivam, I got your question, and if you're talking about the privileges, parliamentary privileges, I strongly believe that there should be parliamentary privileges to the parliamentary people who are in the power, but there should be restrictions as well. And why I'm saying that there should be restrictions, because political system in present era, what we are seeing that they are trying to know the situations as they want, and it should not be there. What we are seeing, I don't want to say that I'm not in favor of any political party. I don't do that, but I want what I'm believing right now कि जो सराउंडिंग है पॉलिटिकल सिस्टम्स की, लाइक जो अदर इन्फ्लुएंसर्स हैं पॉलिटिकल पार्टीज के, वो इतना बड़ा इम्पैक्ट क्रिएट कर रहे हैं बिकॉज ऑफ दैट जो हमारा पार्लियामेंट्री सिस्टम है वो कहीं ना कहीं डैमेज हो रहा है. आई एम नॉट कोटिंग any person, I am not quoting any other organization, but I'm saying that they are encroaching the right of parliamentary privileges of a politician, which is really against the political system. If we want a good political system, we need to have a very strong political parties. We should have those parties with good and legitimate agendas. We should not talk about those absurd things, and they should not talk about those absurd things which cannot be benefited anyone in the country. So yes, if there will be legal codification of the parliamentary privileges, there would be some problem for the political system, but there should be some like I was saying, उसके कुछ alternatives होने चाहिए. Because of that, we will be able to make a strong political system. We can be able that will make us a very strong as a country. And it is in present time, if I strongly talk about in present time, what we are seeing that if you are talking about anything, if it is in favor of government or it is in favor of anything, it would be listened by anyone. But if you are going against the government, it would be charged as so many other things. So once again, I'm telling you that I'm not in favor of any political party or something. But being a law student, you should be very rational and you should understand and determine the situation of present political system, that where we are leading towards. And we have to understand कि अगर हमारा political system इसी तरीके का रहा, जहाँ पर आज जो rape cases हैं, that is on peak, literacy rate है, that is on peak. यहाँ हम देख रहे हैं कि जो below poverty line है, वो अपने peak पर है, जो below poverty people लोग हैं, वो अपने peak पर है. Corruption is on peak, jobless people are on peak, like everything is on peak. So why we are facing such kind of situation in the country? Just because the political parties are trying to encroach the political. Sorry, I got distracted by the question of Komal. Political parties are trying to encroach the fundamental rights of human beings. They are not providing us those particular things which is very important for the citizens of India. Okay, Shivam, I think you got the answer. If you want to ask something more, please let me know. Okay, Komal. At the time, whether the police was elected at the time, the country really wanted to curb this issue with the society are still impactful. Okay, Komal. Just give me a second. Whether the provisions enacted at the time when country really wanted to curb these issues faced by society are still impacted. Okay, if we specifically talk about the objective of preamble, you need to understand one thing. The objective of preamble was to provide us the best future. The political influencer over that time and those constitution makers, when they were drafting the preamble, they had a very certain mindset with that. They want to give the best to the citizens. Just because of that, they have mentioned so many very good words. And after that, there were some constitution amendment so that we have enacted some more words in the constitution, in the preamble of constitution. And if we talk about that, the country really want to face. I'm so sorry. If the country really want to be very impactful in terms of providing the object of preamble, yes, we have to very determined toward the preamble of India. I must suggest you all to get the sense of Indian Constitution, because the sense of Indian Constitution is very different than we are taking off. And we have to be very much we have to make some alternative of our present political system and some other system as well. We have to stand against those things. We have to stand against those things which is not in favor of a country, which is against the constitution's soul. The constitution makers try to make the best constitution in the world. And definitely, I am in favor of that they have made the best constitution in the world. But they were not taking that thing. उन्होंने ये कभी नहीं सोचा होगा कि जो constitution के अंदर चीजें दी गई है, जो हम PML के अंदर चीजें provide कर रहे हैं, that would be taken in a negative manner. It's all about taking the interpretation of anything. The constitution makers interpretation was something very different than we all are thinking in present time. And just because of that, there are so many other challenges emerging in day by day. So what I think, if we want to get the best impact of constitutions from preamble, we have to study the preamble very keenly. We have to abide the preamble very keenly, and there are so many other things as well. If we start doing that, definitely we will be able to provide the best objective of the preamble to the nation. Okay, Kamal, I think you got it. If you don't, please let me know. So at last, I was talking about the freedom of press. In recent case, that was about Arnab Goswami case. That was about Arnab Goswami. अगर आप सब लोगों ने सुना होगा, that case is named as I think Arnab Goswami versus Union of India. Please आप लिख लें और इस चीज को एक बार क्लियर भी कर लें, whether that was the case or कुछ मैं फैक्ट में गलती कर रहा हूँ तो. On as per my knowledge, that is the case, which is about freedom of press. इसके अंदर बताया गया था कि now news channels reporting on television, like interviews, news channels जो reporting कर रहे हैं आज के टाइम पे in their interviews, that is not up to the mark. But in that particular case, what happened? The Constitution of India said that it can be the freedom of press. Whatever is going on our television, it would be considered as the freedom of press. So, जब Arnab Goswami चिल्ला के आपको कुछ बोलते हैं, so you have to understand that it is freedom of press. Apart from that, I'm not talking about Arnab Goswami as well, only Arnab Goswami. Okay. Arnab Goswami versus State of Maharashtra. Thank you, Arnab, for correcting me. I might be wrong, but please check it out one more time. It might be Arnab Goswami versus Union of India as well. So please check it out. It might be possible, but I'm wrong. I'm not very good at that particular moment to recognize that case. So what I was talking about, the freedom of press के अंदर इस चीज को भी इंक्लूड किया गया, जहां पर आप इंटरव्यू लेने वाले इंसान के साथ किसी भी तरीके से बिहेव कर सकते हैं. ये भी फ्रीडम के अंदर इन्वॉल्व किया गया. सो यू नीड टू अंडरस्टैंड वेयर वी आर गोइंग ऑन द नेम ऑफ फ्रीडम ऑफ प्रेस. आप देख रहे हैं कि आज न्यूज चैनल्स के ऊपर, एंड आई स्ट्रांगली बिलीव कि आप सभी लोग एटलीस्ट इस पॉइंट पे okay, so I was quoting that particular case on Arnab Goswami, जिसमें ये बताया गया कि इंटरव्यू जो लिए जाते हैं उनके पैनल के अंदर, that would also consider as the freedom of press, जिसमें कई तरीके की बातें बोली जाती है, कई तरीके के वर्ड्स वहाँ स्टेट किए जाते हैं, कई तरीके की चीजें वहाँ प्रोपोगेट की जाती है, वो सारी की सारी चीजें is comes under the freedom of press. So you need to identify, being a law student, I urge you all, being a law student, try to identify the real sense of constitution, क्योंकि न्यूज डिबेट्स के अंदर जो सिचुएशन आज अगर आप देख रहे हैं, अगर आप उसको जस्टिफाई करते हैं, अगर आप उसको मानते हैं कि दैट इज रिलेवेंट विद द लाइक होलसम डेवलपमेंट ऑफ द कंट्री, तो फिर आई वुड से दैट यू आर अ वेरी गुड पर्सन, बट आई थिंक प्लीज try to control those things which is against the humanity, which is against the nation specifically, because we all are law students. It is our duty to do good in terms of constitution. Okay, so that's it from my side. Thank you so much, Team Vidhi Parivartan, for giving me this wonderful platform to interact with good students. And thank you so much, students, कि आप लोगों ने इतने अच्छे questions पूछे, which remind me of my college life as well. Okay, thank you so much. Over to you, Team Vidhi Parivartan.
Thank you so much, sir. It was really an informative and knowledgeable session with you today. I'm sure that whoever is a part of this webinar, he or she must have learned a lot from you. Once again, I thank you for answering all the queries and for accepting our invitation. We at Vidhi Parivartan are hoping to collaborate with you for such more informative and knowledgeable sessions in future as well. I thank our participants as well for being a patient listener. We appreciate your time and patience and will make sure that we keep serving you with such webinars in future as well. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Team Vidhi Parivartan. I want to say one more thing about the Team Vidhi Parivartan. This is really very good initiative taken by you. Please try to flourish this as much as possible. जहाँ भी विक्रांत इंस्टीट्यूट ऑफ लॉ की अगर आपको जरूरत पड़ती है, अगर मेरे सपोर्ट की आपको जरूरत पड़ती है in any manner, please let me know at any moment. I'll try to help you if I can. Or one more thing, what was I saying about? Please read the Constitution of India very very clearly, और उसका interpretation बिल्कुल अच्छे से लेने की जरूरत है. It is a very deep time where you all can understand the Constitution of India. You all are growing and legal mind. Please have a great time. Okay? Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for inviting me. Please take care.
Thank you, sir. Means a lot. Thank you.